Luxury automobile makers such as Mercedes-Benz and Rolls-Royce reported their best sales figures recently as demand for luxury vehicles has risen. Those cars with six-figure price tags, though, pale in comparison to the one-of-a-kind customs made by the likes of McLaren, Ferrari, and Porsche. Well, they actually manufacture hundreds, but there are a lot of one-of-a-kind customs that go for well over $1 million. We're going to talk about those right now with one of my favorite colleagues here. First time on with me, Hannah Elliott from my very favorite Bloomberg unit. The luxury coverage here is fantastic, and you've picked out some amazing cars that go for over $1 million, and the market is actually booming right now.
It is remarkable. I mean, we have seen, Bloomberg has seen billionaires created, you know, on a daily basis around the world. And the fact of the matter is, for these people, $1 million car is not a stretch at all. It's kind of an expected thing, which creates a huge opportunity for automakers.
So I'm impressed by the major manufacturers like Porsche with its 918, McLaren with the P1, Ferrari with LaFerrari. They're making hundreds of these,
yes.
In some cases almost 1,000, but you've got some cars that are really almost one-offs here that you will almost never see, guaranteed never to see on the road.
Yeah, an example is the Lykan Hypersport that we have just seen in the Fast and Furious movie. This is a Lebanese company. The car is more than $3 million, 240 horsepower, top speed of 240 miles per hour. They're going to make like 6. Very rare. So
these are very rare, and you see a lot of one-offs that are also created by famous people. Yesterday I noticed some people tweeting about Eric Clapton's Ferrari that he made out of a 458. That's like a $4.7 million cost to make that. And you see some Wall Street guys like Glickenhaus who build their own Ferraris with Pininfarina. He made the P45 for $4 million. Now he's making his own cars. But what about the car that the average millionaire can go out and actually buy? The 918, for example, the Porsche, it's such an amazing feat, and they're actually going to make 900 of them.
Exactly, and the interesting thing about this car is, again, it's a hybrid car, so we're going to see some of this technology used in other Porsche cars later on. But also, too, that car actually starts at under $1 million. The thing about that car, though, is once you add upgrades and options and bespoke, all of that, it pushes the price over.
It's like $850
exactly
to start.
Exactly. But again, like, you know, the average billionaire, he's going to add on his own things, and that pushes the price way up.
As soon as you put in the stereo system, it probably gets to $1 million. I actually remember one of the stories you wrote, I think out of Geneva, about a Lamborghini hybrid, where car makers are finally realizing that hybrid doesn't just mean green, it also means a hell of a lot more power because you're combining two different drivetrains.
Exactly. They kind of discovered this in racing because when you have a hybrid car, you don't have to stop as much to refuel. They realized, wait a second, this is way more efficient and also quicker in general.
So are all of that, I mean, LaFerrari, I think we have pictures of that as well. It's also a hybrid drivetrain, right? Yeah. And
yeah.
Is the P1 a hybrid drivetrain as well?
Exactly, and the 918. Yeah.
So they all have electric motors and then good old-fashioned internal combustion engines.
Exactly, exactly. And, you know, this is makes people feel a little bit good. Like you said, it's more efficient. It's definitely going to continue.
There is one car that I saw a picture of yesterday after reading a rough draft of your story, the Lions motor car, and I love the digital, you know, rendering of it.
Yeah.
Then I saw the actual model at the car show. Jalopnik's Michael Balaban went and got some video of it. Didn't look like it's anywhere near actually being produced.
No, this is the thing about these really special, very expensive cars. We actually tried to do a television segment with Lions before the auto show, and they promised us the world, which, again, makes you a little bit skeptical. You know, it gets closer and closer to the date, and they keep pushing back. Oh, we're not quite ready, we're not quite ready, we're not quite ready. It's not going to be ready for a while.
Right.
End of story. It's not going to be ready for a while. These are really tough cars to pull off, especially from a really small niche company like Lions. Very difficult to do. So when they promise you a lot, it pays to be a little bit skeptical.
I'm betting on the flying car before you see that LMC too.
That's fair.
All right, Hannah, thanks very much. Great story, and there's a great website, Bloomberg Pursuits. You should definitely check it out. I hang out there all the time, not just for cars, but for watches and food and everything else as well.